This stock is about to get thumped. Well, actually, it is starting to get thumped. Big, massive head and shoulder formation, guys. Plus a few other things that I want to share with you when it comes to some other markets that I think are about to really hit the floor big time. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders, make sure you grab that free trading course. Make sure you go get it now, guys, because I'm going to actually go back to start charging for it. So you know, I've been doing this as a bit of an end of year free giveaway, basically. So this trading course I used to charge for, I'm giving it away for free, so you get free membership access, and then I'm gonna go start charging for it. So go check that out here. Now, guys, I want to share this with you here. Quick little update across the indices, guys. Indices did pretty much nothing today, as you know. So there's nothing really changed from yesterday. So I'm gonna focus on something different today. The big thing that I've actually been watching this thing here with Tesla. Check this out. So Tesla, if we have a look at this here, Tesla is probably about to get thumped. We're probably going to see Tesla down in the probably low hundreds again. And it's really interesting. A lot of people have been bullish on Tesla. So many people, right? So many people. I spoke to someone yesterday and he's like, he was like, oh, John, so what do you do? I spoke to him in the gym. He goes, what do you do? I'm like, I'm a trader. I trade stocks. And he goes, oh. And so he was saying, oh, you know, what do you think? Where do you think the best place is to invest right now? And I said, the mining sector. I said, the reason why, it's common sense. We haven't had a mining boom in over 10 years. We're going to go through another mining boom. When we do, you can capitalize on that. He goes, that's actually common sense, but it makes sense. So it's like a bit of a non-advice to you guys that. Now, I'm not talking about all mining stocks, guys. I'm talking about a general view of the mining sector, that when we do go through another mining boom, and we will go through another mining boom, guess what? You can capitalize on it. It's just be positioned and then wait. It's actually not that hard, right? It's like, oh, yeah, I see. Anyway, so looking at Tesla, though, Tesla has definitely, look at this here. Big, massive right shoulder through here. Then we have the big massive head, and then we have the big massive right shoulder through here as well too. And now we're breaking what we call the neckline, which is probably somewhere around about, yeah, just like that line that I just drew from there, right? So I'm going to draw this here. So we're probably going to have the neckline's probably going to be somewhere through there. I'd have to say that'll be the neckline through there. The neckline is like, where's the shoulder, the head, you know, the neckline through there. So looking at this point through here, how you measure these head and shoulders and where's it likely to go to, because now we're definitely breaking down through here. How we measure this here is we take where this neckline is, and how you draw this is that you draw it from where see this little shoulder bit through here, and then this little shoulder bit through here. You just want to connect that, and that's what's going to give you the whole neckline. So what you want to do is you want to go from the top of the head down to where the neckline is, and then what you want to do is you want to see where it actually broke out. See where it broke out through there? Then we want to project that. And Tesla's going to minus 44 cents. Tesla's gonna start paying you guys to do that. Now I don't think it's gonna do that. But if this is a weekly chart we're looking at. But if we did have a look back in the past, we can see how it's had a big bubble up. So even Tesla was in a big bubble, right? Now Tesla's bubble is popping, isn't it? What goes up straight away, it's going to come down straight away. So what goes up is going to come down. So we would have to say, there's a big thing out there, guys, is that wherever the bubble starts, wherever things bubble up, they're likely to come crashing down, okay? And I'll show you something when it comes to the Nasdaq in just a minute, right? So we can see the market bubbled up through there. So see, I would have to say that point right there. See how that was the point when it started to go vertical. So Tesla, this might sound absolutely crazy, and so many people, especially Meet Kevin, right? Is going to be like, I know he's pretty long with Tesla as well too. But look at this here. The $20 level, the $40 level is where Tesla's probably going to head down to. Now, not straight away, right? We're going to bob and weave and pullbacks and, all that sort of stuff. But once again, this beautiful head and shoulder formation, which I've been watching, is now starting to play full effect on the markets. And then now we're getting this downward move through here. So we have a lot more downside to come, and we're probably going to get down through to there. And so that's what I've noticed through there. So if I bring up, say, something like the Nasdaq, right? I'm looking at the Nasdaq, and people have always asked me, John, why do you have a 7,000 target on the Nasdaq? And I say very, very, very simple. Look where it actually, look at this here. So see where the bubble started? This is where the vertical move actually started, from there to there. Generally what happens is that's the bubble, and then when it pops, which it is popping, we then generally see a movement down to where the bubble started. It generally retraces that. If not, the minimum that I've seen this happen is probably about 80%, right? So a minimum is sort of 80%, and then it will start to retrace from there, right? So that's obviously the Nasdaq. I'll use Bitcoin as an example as well too, just to give you an example of what I'm talking about here, right? When it comes to the good old Bitcoin. So if we go back to the last Bitcoin bubble and crash, right? Look at this thing through here. Right, so look at this here. So this was the last Bitcoin bubble. So where did it go? Oh, actually, I'll bring up the daily chart, so it's much easier for you guys to see on the daily charts. Actually, no, it's actually no. My charts are not using too good through here. Right, so if we go to the first bubble, here we go here. Right, so that was the first. Oh, look at this here. I'll use this here. Right, so Bitcoin first bubble started where? See how the first bubble started right there? This is where it went vertical. And guess what? We eventually We retraced almost. This one here, almost. Remember I said 80 to 100%? A lot of the times it does 100%. But this one here retraced 80% of the bubble where it started, right? So that was Bitcoin bubble number 1. Bitcoin bubble number 2 did what? Where did the vertical move start? The vertical move started, see how the vertical move started there, right? So you can see that was where the vertical move started. From there to there, poof, right up. Where did it come down to? It retraced 100% of that bubble, right? If we look at Bitcoin right now as we speak, and this is actually a bad chart to do this analysis on. Let me see if I can bring up a current chart on the good old Bitcoin. And again, I'm just using this as an example, guys, and you just see this happen time and time again. So if we look at this here, where did the vertical move start? The vertical move started where? It started around that. See how it started right there. See what I'm saying? Like right there. That level right there. Actually, why don't I just use the line? Use the line, John. Use the line. See this point through? See where it went vertical? Well, guess what? Where's Bitcoin likely to get down to? We're probably likely to get down to where? So we bring up the daily charts now. Right? We can see, Bitcoin's here, right? Bitcoin. Where's that black line? Where's that black line? Down there. Bam. Remember I said before, that's where the vertical move started. So therefore, that tells me what? If we open up our charts a bit more, right? We squeeze our charts up a bit more, squeeze it up, right? And we squeeze it up. Remember, this is where it went vertical from here. Probably that 9,000, probably even 10,000, right? See how that's when we started to go vertical? Well, that's where Bitcoin's probably going to go down to, which is one of the reasons why I'm looking to short it. I'm not short right now, guys, and I may not short it. I may not get an opportunity to short it, but I've made a lot of money shorting Bitcoin from here. So you can see that's what's going on there for when it comes to the good old Bitcoin there. So there's a few things I wanted to share with you guys across the markets from there. That big, massive head and shoulder on Tesla is really starting to play out. So there's probably going to be some really good shorting opportunities when it comes to that, when it comes to Tesla. And then also you can see things like even Ethereum. If I bring up Ethereum, same thing. I'll use the analogy on Ethereum. But where did Ethereum start to go vertical? Let's bring up the weekly chart. And Ethereum started to go vertical where? Let's go to that point right there. That's when Ethereum took off, right? So that tells me that there could be some really good short. And I'm very, very grateful that my provider allows me to short Ethereum and Bitcoin as well too. I made a lot of money shorting Bitcoin actually over the years. So you can see what actually happened here, right? So we've had this big bubble. So Ethereum is probably going to get down to this $300 level again. So if we bring up this daily chart once again, once we start to get a big break to the downside here, then Ethereum could actually have a move down. We could actually have a really, so if we get something like this, we get something like that, then there's a massive probability we're going to get down towards this level, down through there as well, through there, right? So, and again, this is when you start to see these things happening. And again, when you have a really good trading setup, and if you want to learn my trading setup that I'm going to be using to trade these, again, in the link in the description, in that free trading course, I teach you all the details.